everyone to Let's Talk About It, episode number 7. Can you believe it? We are your lovely hosts, Gile
Oratile
and Kuta. This podcast is basically 3 girls talking through life, thoughts, faith, memories, and all the weird ideas we think about at like 2 a.m. Think of this as a group chat, but with microphones. Aura, how are you today?
I'm doing alright. You would probably still hear my voice is still a little bit clogged. So please pray for me and keep yourself safe because it's a flu going around, guys. And it's a very dangerous one. So keep yourself healthy. How are you doing, Gile?
Me, I'm a bit tired, guys, but I'm doing great. Side note, I watched Sinners recently, so in the quiet time of my life, my brain is connecting dots. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my gosh, now I realize why. So, by the way, just going left, what a movie. If you haven't watched that, maybe think about it first. But if you were interested in it and were thinking of maybe watching it, yeah, what a movie. Kutu, how are you today?
I'm doing great.
You look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you so much. Everyone looks fabulous. I'm very excited. But what I want to say about this movie, I literally came like 25 minutes until the movie ended. The scream I screamed,
Woo!
the way I was so scared, they told me it's not even a horror, it's a thriller. That movie's not a game. Don't play. If you come there, come with a gun, a weapon, some fighting dance moves. I don't know, a mixture, because that movie is scary.
The thing is, I also read reviews and people spoke about it as a drama. So
It's scary.
I didn't expect it. And it was like, the thing about the movie is that it builds up to the point where it gets to the point where it starts to get crazily scary. Like, you've kind of been edged on. So now you are on the edge of your seat and your eyes are like this. And then they're like, there's jump scares. But what a movie. I mean, I really hope that everyone, all the cast, I hope they get all the awards and appreciation they deserve, because the acting on that movie, I mean, Michael B. Jordan, like, he impressed me. He played twins and he was the same person, but Siba explained it so nice. He said it's the same coin but different faces. And I mean, he has this alluring arm, like when he played Smoke, or was he Stack? The brother who was serious. Anyways, when he played Smoke, I was so attracted to Smoke. Like, he was such a manly man. Like, he felt like a father. And I've never been attracted to Michael B. Jordan. I was attracted to Smoke, and I was thinking, like, why? But he played masculinity in Smoke so beautifully, and in Stack he was so playful, and I was like, this is the same man.
Sorry,
but
let me object.
Wow.
Let me just
object. Michael B. Jordan. Wow.
I can see a repetition that needs to be like addressed. Last episode, it was JFK Jr. It was the brown eyes, the brown hair, the cap that was backwards, suit guy, bicycle man. Ne? Let's just focus on this. This week now, it's a whole other man. It's a black man, father figure. Hey, I just want to bring it to everyone's attention. Please write notes. Write No.
No.
Write them now.
No, like no, it's not like that.
Next week, completely new character.
No, it's not like that. It just like I'm saying what I wanted to say is I was attracted to Smoke, but not Stack. But it was the same guy. I'm saying I wasn't attracted to him. I was attracted. You know what? I'm done trying to explain myself. No, no. Alright, Alright, save me out of this hole. Because now I'm attracted to
What I'm
every man.
hearing,
And
what
I'm
I'm
not. I
hearing.
have a type. I have a
No.
I
What
have
I'm
a type,
hearing.
and I'm not just attracted to faces. I am attracted to personality.
No,
And if you happen to
cancel
be
it,
attractive, that's nice.
cancel it. Do not lie to the people. We do not condone lying on this
Now it looks like
podcast.
every week I'm gonna mention a new attractive guy.
No. Listen, guys.
But we
Listen.
don't remember.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. We do not condone lying on this podcast. Everything we say on this podcast is real. It's serious and it's from the heart. Okay? Kile on the other Kile. Let me tell you something. She, our dearest cousin, is gonna be somebody different. Okay? When she talks about personality, I don't know what personality it is because I've never heard her speak about this specific personality she is talking about right now. So what Kuto is saying is write notes down. Okay? Keep count if your brother is who she described this week. You know? All she's saying is keep count.
No. Wait. Let me finish. Let Rakil and I finish. What we want to say here? We're not judging. No one for judgment. No one said her different taste in different things is wrong. All we simply said was keep a notebook of every kind of personality that she claims to have a specific one, which we are building, it seems, because what we heard from last week to what we're hearing this week, it's more information on this so called character that we don't know about. So I'm just giving a side note. Keep a notebook, keep a pen, and keep your ears open and ready to receive.
No, but guys, okay, I'm closing this.
No,
No, wait.
Let
Let me finish.
Let me
Let me
finish.
No, let me finish. No, because
don't ruin the excitement.
no, I'm not ruining.
She is.
I am a multifaceted girl.
Shocker.
Okay? And I like what I like. I can't say why I like. Okay, I can see why someone's gonna say, okay, but JFK Jr. and Smoke or Michael B. Jordan in this role is two different guys. I don't know why I like them both, but the cusp of this is that in that role he was a soldier. He was a man's man. You understand what I'm saying? He called the shots. He led us to victory. He kept us safe. He listened to his woman. Like it was so beautiful to watch. I was like, my goodness, this is a man. Am I saying no? Don't keep a note on me. Leave me alone. And I have freedom here to sit with my cousin and sister and say, is it just me or that guy was really attractive in that role? Okay? And that's okay. That's okay.
The reason we want you guys to keep a side note, so you're not as confused as to how, like, she mentioned how Oratil and I are always on track, right? But you guys are not. You guys are probably not with us. We know, right? But you guys don't know. So I need you guys to keep a notebook, keep a pen, keep track so you're never confused.
But
like
also, it's gonna be good because, like, you could look at one of the descriptions of the guys, and then be like, this is my brother. to the T. You
Maybe
know?
maybe you can find these guys.
Yeah, because I
I'm
can't
not
tell
looking
you.
for anyone.
She's single. She's single.
I'm
Very,
not looking
very,
for
and ready to
anyone.
If
mingle.
you
Ready to
have,
mingle.
if you can find these guys somewhere,
Yeah, and you got
BTW,
options
we're in
too.
South
See,
Africa.
you got
So
options.
make
It's
sure
not
make
just
sure
one
it's in
description.
South Africa. Thank you.
Whatever. Okay, let's just go into it. I'm done. Okay, I'm done. No, I'm done.
Yes, we will be revisiting this next episode. So on today's segment, we're doing something really fun. We are gonna be reading a story from the internet, and then we're gonna, see how we feel and what we would do in these situations. Okay. Let's see. So I am a 25-year-old female. Recently got married to my husband who is 25 in Bali, Indonesia, this past January. It was a destination wedding. My parents and his parents paid for their own plane tickets and hotel stays, but my husband and I decided to pay for our close friends' plane tickets and hotels so they would come and celebrate with us. Each plane ticket was $2,000 US dollars, and the hotel cost around 150 to 300 for the week. One of our friends, Gemma, brought along her newlywed husband, John, but she paid for his plane ticket herself. The problem is, Gemma and John never showed up to the wedding. Gemma still used the free ticket to Bali and stayed in the hotel room we paid for. When I asked her why she didn't come to the wedding, she said that since they couldn't afford their own honeymoon, this was the perfect opportunity for them to take one. She also said that John simply decided he didn't feel like going to the wedding. I was really hurt by this because Gemma and I have been friends for over 10 years. So, would I be an a-hole if I took her to small claims court to get the money back for the plane ticket and hotel? So, yeah, what do we think? Would I be an a-hole? Is she wrong for wanting the money back? Or is the friend like am I wrong for wanting the money back? Or is Gemma complete or was Gemma completely out of line? Please let us know. This is crazy. Crazy.
First of all,
This is so bad.
the
This is
audacity.
bad. This is really bad.
The audacity. Because, okay, she paid for, basically, she paid for Gemma's plane ticket for the hotel they were staying at. And all Gemma paid for was for her husband's um, plane ticket. Like, okay, she basically funded your guys' honeymoon. And it's just one night. The wedding is not even, bruh, the wedding is a couple hours, 4, 5 hours, one night. Like, all she had to do was come to the wedding. That's it. Even if they came for like the ceremony and then they were like, oh, we're gonna leave a bit later, she could have even made a lie and said, yo, John wasn't feeling well at all. But not coming to your best friend's wedding just because John didn't feel like it. Take her to small claims. Get your money back.
Whoa, whoa. This is bad. Like, and then you have the audacity to tell your friend that you used her money for vacation. And then you didn't go to the wedding. Like, I'm feeling like, okay, I mean, a lot of people do that as well. Like, for example, if a friend of theirs is having a wedding, you know, at a special destination where they've never been. Some people like to book instead of like the days they're gonna be at the wedding, they will book a week longer so that they can enjoy that place because they're already there, right? So it's normal for people to use a special event for a vacation or for an opportunity for them to see that place. That's fine. I mean, Bali is a gorgeous place. You know, you are basically on vacation, even if you're just attending a wedding. It's beautiful. But you don't even go to the wedding was the first thing that got me like, I mean, that's the least you should have done. Even if you couldn't stay for the whole wedding because you wanted to either, I don't know what they wanted to do as vacation, but even if they came for the wedding for a couple of hours just to appear as a friend, I mean, that's the bare minimum. If you wanted to spend time somewhere else, maybe not at the wedding, you could have done both. Why did you have to use your friend's money and then don't appear and then come back later and tell your friend, I didn't appear because I didn't want to appear?
No, John didn't want to appear.
That is bad. I am speechless, but what I want to say is, girl, I think you should sue her to the ground because I'm just thinking how much money she spent on a friendship. Okay, I'm thinking now 10 years of friendship. Now I'm starting to think when we went to Starbucks and you told me you didn't have money, no, you wanted me to pay for Starbucks. Like, I'm just thinking about the smaller things, of course, that maybe the interaction they've had in their friendship. Like, it's 10 years worth of friendship. Sue her then for that. Sue her that she wasted 10 years of your friendship. She used you because even though she didn't come to your wedding, even though she used your money for honeymoon, 10 years, that's what I will sue you for 10 years. 10 years, eh? And you tell me you want to go on a honeymoon on my wedding day. What?
Ora, what are you doing?
Sue her and John.
First
Yeah.
of all,
Sue her.
I'm suing both you and John. Both of y'all are getting sued for sure. Because not only am I suing you for the money that I paid for your hotel, I'm suing you for emotional damage. I'm suing you for heartache on my wedding. Obviously, the emotional one is for like the 10 years, you know. And then I'm suing you for the wedding day. And then I'm also suing John. Also, after that, I'm going to give you advice to leave John. Yeah, because obviously I'm a good friend and you're not, clearly. Because, first of all, I did not invite John to my wedding. John was not invited to my wedding. You decided to bring John to the wedding. Okay? And you paid for John. So now, why do we care whether John feels like going to the wedding or not? Why do we care? So, yes, John is getting sued as well for feeling like not coming to a wedding that he was not invited to. He's getting sued, yes. Like, what do you mean? So, the question was, are you, am I an a-hole? No, you're not. The only a-hole is those two people you call friends. Yes.
No, I would be so offended. So offended. I think I also love how she said I was hurt because it is very hurtful. Everything they've taken her through. It is hurtful, but it is also such a beautiful catapult for this week's topic. As you guys know, last week we introduced a brand new series called What is Love? The series that is all things love, romantic love, friendship love. Did you hear? Friendship love, family love, confusing love. I'm telling you guys, it's a catapult.
Sabotaging love.
Exactly. The kind of love that makes sense, the kind of love that makes you sit at 2 a.m. overthinking everything. And as we did mention, like this is a conversation that I feel has been around us three for a long time. Just wondering questions like, is this love? Is that love? Why do people fall in love? What is love? How is love? Why do people stay in relationships that don't make sense? And somehow sometimes we reach an answer, sometimes we don't. And we thought we could use this chance to explore this topic with you guys. And if you guys didn't get a gist, you didn't maybe guess what this week's topic was from the first segment. Today's question, or today's question about love, is what would you do for love? How far are you willing to go for the people that you love and for the sake of love? And so, Kucho, take it away. That was so my dad. I'm so sorry. We have this thing where like we sometimes copy my dad because he's so iconic. But yeah.
That's so dramatic. Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Damn. And not that my dad did anything wrong or anything like
No.
that, but I was. But what we mean is he's always, when he's like he wants to like say something that I'm doing is like wrong, then he will like harden my name.
Yeah.
He'll be like Kuto.
Like we'll all be like Kuto this, but the
that.
moment my dad locks in and wants to be like, calls Kuto out, he's like Kuto. He's like the voice, the name, everything goes deeper. Kuto. You're like,
especially when I say dumb things or do something
like,
stupid.
Kuto.
He's like, which I do very often if you paid attention in the podcast.
But it's like when I did it, I was like, this is so my dad. Like if I do it, I know what reaction it's gonna put. But anyways.
But the first question is, would you stay, okay, with someone if your family did not approve of them? Now lock in. You love this person. You feel like they might be the one, but your family does not approve of them.
Short answer? No.
Okay.
Because I feel like you must understand this person is becoming an extension of me. I must just understand I'm no longer invited to family, like obviously the important family events, but like holidays, dinners, because now my family doesn't approve of them, and it makes them uncomfortable when he's there because it reminds them why they don't like him. And now he's no. So I just don't want to make my whole life, because I've lived so many years with my family, I just can't imagine cutting that off for someone. So no. Short answer, no. If my family doesn't approve of someone, bye. Honestly. And I would tell them, like, my family doesn't like you. And I can't, like, if your family didn't like me, I'd leave. Now, I'm doing us a favor. We're not going to go through this. I'm not going to choose you over my family. Let's just keep it clear. Like, it's either you become part of my family or you can go. But I'm sorry. That's it.
You mean you become part of his family?
Yes, you know what I mean. I'm just saying, like, I'm not about to sever a relationship that's worked for so many years for someone new.
Right.
Done.
Oratile, what do you have to say?
Are we talking the whole family?
That's a good question.
Well, okay.
Not every family member's opinion matters.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, are we
left
talking
with.
like the people that I trust, their opinions of?
Yes.
Family members that you trust, that mean like that are in your life. If an aunt is in your life and you feel like you trust them and you have a relationship with them, or like an uncle, they're your family, but they're your close family. So I think they mean like not extended far family, but family very close to your heart, maybe, because their opinion probably matters. Then whoever other family extended family member you haven't seen in 5 years, they're gonna come and tell me, you don't know me.
Yeah. My answer to that would be, if it's like with reasonable conviction. Like, if you're being really reasonable with me and telling me, like, listen, I don't like this person because one, two, three, one, two, three, I would be okay. Obviously, you can't now keep somebody in the family who nobody really approves of because of something that they see, and they're like, this is going to be a problem for you, darling. This is going to be a problem for you and your marriage. Not, I don't want to hear because Hakame Mugiri, like, he doesn't comb his hair. So therefore we don't want him. Like, what, why? Why? So I would say for that answer, for that question, reason why. But if I don't trust your judgment, I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to distance yourself from me.
Because I also feel like my family, and I mean my close family, and specifically, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, and my uncle, Uratile. Like, I can name a couple of family members that if they ever said, you know what, we don't approve of this person because we feel like you guys have something that clashes, for example, and something really important like values or beliefs, or it has to be a valid reason that they wouldn't agree for me to be with them. They don't approve, but it cannot be random. They can't say, no, he's rich and you're not, or like you are more privileged than him in your childhood, so we feel like he will never understand. Like, it has to be something very valid, something that can really affect our relationship and our relationship in the family. It has to make sense to me, and at the end of the day, the choice is yours. And also, you audience that are listening, please let us know in the comments, let us know on Instagram, TikTok, let us know what you guys think, because I feel like everyone has a different story, a different opinion on the specific question, according and depending on what kind of family you have. But for me, my family and my close family's opinion about my life is very important, and I wouldn't want to choose someone that they don't approve of. But how do you guys, okay, so on the topic of, family opinions, how do you know when you're sacrificing for love versus losing yourself for someone? I mean, it comes together with the first question, to be honest. But when you're thinking about the first question and second question, like, how do you know? How do you know um, that you're not sacrificing anything for love? That's hard. Just thinking about the question.
I feel like, okay, so the question says, how do you know if you're sacrificing for love or losing yourself for someone? And I feel like, okay, in terms of sacrificing for love, I don't think, I don't know.
It's hard.
Yeah, because I want to say love does take some sacrifice.
Of course.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And then losing yourself for someone, that is
no, that one is
a no. And I feel like why the family thing is important is that there are core values or core things about you that have stayed consistent throughout all your life. And I feel like when, as a family member who really loves and cares for you, when we get to sit and we watch you lose those things that make kuzo kuzo, and we see you are losing or throwing those things away for this person, it can become really hard to watch, and it can be very important to have people like family. Some people, it's friends who've known you for so long that they can ground you. They can remind you, like, girl, this isn't you. Like, you don't speak like that, you don't think like that. There is changes about yourself that have changed, that will change, which is good change. It will always lean in with who you've always been. But I think yeah, I think how do you know that you are losing yourself for someone is by people like family and friends who've known you for so long, and they can individually, maybe without even knowing, all say like, girl, I don't know, something about you is off and I don't like it. And I can see you're doing it for this person. But when it comes to sacrificing for love, there's good sacrifice and there's bad sacrifice. There's sacrificing bad habits and, you know, some space for someone to come in and grow and change you. But then there is bad sacrifice, like maybe leaving a career that you love, leaving the place that you want to be in, the person that you are, to be with someone. I think that can become detrimental quite quickly. Whew! Aura, what do you feel?
Very nicely said, BTW.
Yeah, that was really nicely said. But I think for me, it would be more like personal because I feel this is where like self awareness comes in. You need to know yourself. You need to be able to you need to have values, right? As a person, there's values that you hold true to yourself. There are things that you should not be able to compromise on as a person, you know, especially when it comes to not just romantic relationships, but like friendships and family and all those things. These things that you need to be able to uh advocate for and not shake or lose because somebody else feels like they don't they don't really align with that. So I feel when with sacrifice, like everybody said, you need it's something that's gonna happen. And sacrifice can look like you maybe having to move to a different place because that person has a job there. You know, that's sacrifice. You're sacrificing. Maybe you guys were closer to maybe family, but they have a job there, and you know it's something good for them. So I think that's where sacrifice is like different from losing yourself. Because losing yourself means that you're compromising on those values that you have sort of set up for your not set up, but like the values that you hold true to yourself, you know? So I think for you to be able to decipher between the two, whether you're sacrificing or you're losing yourself for the person, you need to start evaluating within. You need to figure out within yourself whether you are compromising on something that is a really big um thing in your life. You know, say for somebody else, like family, being close to family is something that's very big to them, especially when it comes to raising kids or something. And you feel you moving away could be something that's you're losing a part of yourself. It's too big of a sacrifice. I feel that's when it starts switching over to the you're losing yourself a bit. You are no longer sort of, you know, advocating on those things where it's like, I don't know, that's too big. But I don't know. I think it's a bit of a complicated question because what somebody else sees as sacrificing and losing yourself is completely different. So I think back to what I was saying, self awareness is very important. Very, very important.
So I like how you broke it down. It sounded like an engine, like breaking down an engine and explaining every piece of the engine. I love that. But how do you know when you're sacrificing for love? The moment you feel the need to lose uh, a piece of yourself for someone else or to be with someone else, either in friendship or romantically, that's when you're sacrificing for love.
Cut it.
And I feel there is good sacrifice and there's bad sacrifice. And both play a very big role in who you are and in that relationship. If you're sacrificing, let's say now you're sacrificing time with friends to spend more time with that person, but you feel you want to do that because you want to get to know that person more and you know that that time together will really help you guys, then that's good sacrifice, because you're not necessarily losing friends. You are just trying to have more time with that person to learn them. And this is just like an example. But if you're sacrificing who you are, let's say some people sacrifice their background, where they come from, just to fit in to somebody else's, I don't know what they had in mind of who you are. Because if you have to cut a piece of yourself for someone, meaning you're trying to fit in someone else's picture. That's what it is. And that's the kind of bad sacrifice that I would consider a no-go. Like the moment I am sacrificing a piece of myself, where I come from, my family, my dreams, my goals, I know I'm not in the right place. I know along the line sometimes certain dreams do, but yes, they change, or you have to sacrifice them just to achieve something else. That's normal. That's part of life. But doing it for someone else, saying to yourself, I'm not going to pursue this dream, I'm not going to pursue this goal just because that person has more important things, or it needs to be valid. I know there are some women out there that they will sacrifice their career to have a family, because their career is so demanding of them. They decide to stay home with their kids. That's a different story, and of course, that decision is made between, the couple. But what I'm trying to say is, if you feel the need to sacrifice who you are, this is a big part of a chunk of who you are. My bear, run away very quickly, because you're not even, it ain't happening. It's not happening. And even losing yourself for someone, it kind of goes with the sacrifice thing. You can't win, and you will constantly be sacrificing, or you'll always lose in that relationship. You have to lose this, you have to lose that for that person. Remember, how you start is how you will end. Clock it. But next question. What's the difference between fighting for love and forcing something that isn't meant to work? Audience, please write down in the comments.
First of all,
let us know.
I just want to compliment these questions because these questions are really good, and they are like brain twisters. I feel like really, like, even for someone who would like to journal, I think, like, if you are a journaler, take some of these questions and really like go through them, because I think it's like Oratile said, lots of these things is really good if you know yourself. And I think it's really good to go through this. But fighting for love and forcing something, I feel like fighting for something versus fighting against something is what this question is about. Because fighting for love is like there are odds against us, but this is what we both want. Whereas forcing something is fighting against what is very much really in front of you. You can see, everyone can see, you even know that this person is not for you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they're not for you, and like, bruh, everything, even within you, is twisting, right? Forcing something is an internal fight. Fighting for something is an external fight. Inside of you, inside of him or her, if you're a guy, is like everything feels right. Did you see what I did there?
I saw what you did.
If you guys didn't listen to last week's episode, please listen to it. But like, when you're fighting for love, it's not an internal fight. It's not you're up at night. It's like there are odds against you externally. Maybe it's distance, maybe it's timing. But the reality and the fact of the love is very much there. You can't deny it. But forcing something, internally, hey, you are fighting. You are crying every night because you think, I love this person, but inside of you, he doesn't love you back. Why are you fighting for this? Leave it. And I think that is something that I wanted to say. Inside versus outside.
Ora, how about you before we come to the end of our episode?
I think for me, this is like low-key a hard question because when do you know? I think a lot of people sort of struggle with this because when problems arise, it's sometimes hard to decipher whether you are fighting for the relationship because I don't believe in fighting for love. Why I say that is like you shouldn't fight to feel the love. The relationship in itself to be together is a whole nother conversation because it's like, okay, now you have established that you love this person and not just through one day meeting and saying that I'm in love with you. Infatuation, I'm sorry. That is infatuation. Um what fighting for love is not a thing. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, okay? Really, really sorry. I feel when you are forcing something is when you are like the only one compromising. Because I think from what Gile was saying is we both have to be in this. We both have to want this, you know? It shouldn't be one sided. I feel like when you know you're forcing something that's not meant to be or work, is when one person is compromising more than the other. Is when you are pouring more than the other person is pouring. Because it's like, here's one cup, you have to pour, and they also have to pour for it to work, you know? So if they're not pouring and you're the only one that's pouring, it means you're forcing it. You're pouring from a cup that is completely empty now. So you're just like pushing and really fighting for something that's not there. And then fighting for love is a whole other thing. I don't know completely. I feel like I'm thinking more technically. I don't know. Fighting for the relationship, fighting to be together, which is also pretty like I have questions on, but I feel like I'm thinking too technically about it. But yeah, that's my take.
Guys, I feel like Oratri, when she answers, it's
Tea.
top notch.
Yes.
It's perfect. Unfortunately, that's the time that we have for today's episode. Guys, these episodes are really good, right? Is it just me?
It's fire.
Like, I feel so wow. Okay, but anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. We really appreciate you guys. I mean, 8 episodes and you guys have been here with us. We really do appreciate it. But please don't forget to like, share, and send it to the incredible people in your life. Thank you so much for tuning in to the episode of Let's Talk About It. Until next time, this is all that we have. Bye!